Hello guys, Pepe here again. That's me. With the Delica engine. Very slow progress because I have been busy with other stuff. I was doing the garden. I'm going to upload that in another video. I was working on the bus. So yeah, quite a lot of other stuff. So I'm back now. I put the crankshaft pulley, which is 185 pounds, 45, 185, right there. So I put a few bolts on the flywheel thing, the back of the crankshaft, and I put a pry bar on in between, holding here and there, and I did the torque. I put all these covers back with the new, that foamy thingy. I was the window seal I told you, it's pretty nice. I tuned it over to make sure nothing was touching the belts and stuff like that, so we are all good. Installed this thing. I cut a gasket for this because I bought gasket material and I did it myself because I didn't have this one, so I just did that. That's oil, so it's not a big deal. I put this thing on, clean it up. The bolt has to be lubed with oil in the threads, and that big washer there has a bevel in it. The bevel goes this way. And now I'm going to put all the rest of stuff here. Pretty sure there is some things and hoses that I had to put before I put that piece that is hanging over there, which is the accessory bracket, I think it's called, which I broke already. Not a big deal either, but anyhow. So I'm going to put that together here, and then I think that will allow me to connect this guy. No, I think I had to put this guy first, where the upper cooling hose is connected, and some sensors. And I need to, yeah, that's what I was doing. So I put the spark plugs, clean up the holes, put the spark plugs, and I have the cables there, but I can't put the cables because the cables are all different sizes, because I need to put the intake first. The intake is over there, so I need to put the intake first, so that then, no, sorry, yeah, exactly, to put the intake first, so that I can route the proper cables to the cylinders, which I have no idea. I think this is cylinder 1, I think so. The bloody book doesn't say anything. I just can't. Anyways, I haven't find the firing order of this thing. Anyhow, and then I have to put all these cables that go on these things, and I need to figure out where that goes. I have the pictures. And put all these hoses. This is the hose I told you about. It's cheap. Bought another hose. It's super nice. So anyhow, so that's what I'm doing. What else I have to do? I have to put the exhaust headers here. And I need to buy brand new. These are copper. So I'm going to buy brand new copper ones. Yeah, these are done, rusted. I clean up all the threads, so I'm ready to go here. So I'm going to blow that off and put them on. But that's at the end. I don't have to do that now. I need to put the intake and all that stuff, so I can put all this rest of the hoses in. And that, I mean, now I don't have that many parts here. I think that the only part that I have here is that I think goes for the cable thingy majiggy. And what else? And those, the flywheel and that cover in the back, that's for the starter, which I have to clean. The oil pickup tube, which I broke. And what I'm missing is this, guys, for the exhaust. Although this is not bad, this one is not that bad, but I'm going to try to find, I'm going to go with it to Lorca and see if I can find one for Montero Sport and see if it's the same. They might not have it, so I don't know. I'm just maybe Princess Auto. The problem is, if you guys know, I need the transmission seal for the Delica, which I don't have. Oh, that's the power steering. Oh yeah, I need to clean that up too. So much to do. Yeah, so I don't have the transmission seal, so I don't want to put the engine without changing the transmission seal. I don't know how old it is, but the front pump seal, I think it's called, I want to change it since I changed all the seals in the engine. So this one is not going to leak for sure, but you know, I don't want to drive 20k and then I have to leak, you know. That is too much work to get to do that. So that's one part. So basically I need 3 parts more to put the engine back in. But I'm cleaning the engine bay. I'm painting that with trim clad rust paint so it doesn't rust anymore. So I'm going to have to do that. So in the meantime, I think that's going to be tomorrow. I'm doing painting, so I'm going to clean up all that and paint it. I will show a video of that. And so yeah, I need that seal. So anyhow, that's update. I will keep going at it and hopefully finish it up. This has been like a month of like going back and forth, like weekend warrior work, and I don't have a full-time job just to put an engine together. I would love to. Anyhow, so I'm going to put that piece on, I think. No, the intake cables, whatever is the order. I would just follow the manual. I just realized that my phone can record in 4K. Anyways, so just tip. I put the accessory bracket 3 in. That's the tab I broke. I think I have a video explaining why I did the mistake I did and how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to weld that piece on the bracket itself that is going to go on top of here. We're going to rest against this, and that will hold it. It's not a big deal. Anyhow, so I wanted to show you this. So if you try to put a torque wrench here, the book says, you know, 11 Newton meters, whatever it is, for those nuts there that hold the water pump pulley and the viscous fan against the water pump. So what you want to do in these cases is that, you know, since the torque wrench doesn't fit there with a socket, you put this this thing that I completely forgot the name, wrench, put it there. You grab a pry bar, you slide the pry bar under the axle against one of the bolts, you see, and now you turn it over and you let it rest against something. In this case will be the crankshaft pulley. So if we go down here, see, boom, boom, crankshaft pulley. So it's still there, crankshaft pulley. Now in my case, I just use my knee to hold it there. I can move this a little bit higher there. I'm going to switch my hands now because I just have 2 hands. And you put the, this is a 3/8 by the way. It's not half inch. So this will work only in the case of a number 10 millimeter, because 10 millimeter is almost 3/8. So that's why this fits here. You will have to do some other fanciness to, if you want to do it for other type of other sizes, sorry. So basically, if I go here, I'm gonna slide this thing here, you see, now it's in there and it will lock. So it's already set up for 11 point something nm, and I go down, you see, until it clicks. See, there, pink, and I'm putting tension right there, almost straight. So I'm doing the 11, you know, required torque settings. So that's a way to do that, just so you guys knew how to do it. It happens here, and I think these ones too are hard to access. I think no, these ones are fine. These were the tricky ones. Anyhow, that's a tip. So this is the engine bay of the Delica. As you can see, there's a lot of rust in some of the areas, like here. I mean, it's still, I mean, surface rust, but it's rust. So I don't like rust. I don't like rusty stuff. It's just I fought rust all my life, and all the cars I bought, I'm done with it. And you know, on these things like the hoses and all that, it's not good that they rust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire brush a bunch of it. Then I'm going to spray a product called Rust Crud, which is in gel form. Yeah, you see, look at this thing has been here for, I don't know, a month, and it's already showing rust there. So I'm going to clean all of this with I already cleaned it with degreaser, although it's not super clean, but I don't really want to pressure wash it. I might actually do it, I don't know. Yeah, maybe there is tons of sand, so whoever was the previous owner, there's tons of sand everywhere in this thing, so I need to get rid of that sand first. I may pressure wash it first, and then I will spray with an undercoating gun, the rust proofing thing, and let it sit for like an hour or two, and then after that I will paint it with rust Tremclad rust paint. Tremclad rust paint is Canadian product. In the state you can buy Rust-Oleum. Actually, Rust-Oleum owns Tremclad now, so you will be able to find those products there. And I'm going to spray it basically everywhere here. So all this will be sprayed. I will spray it all the way up to here, basically, and then this area here I will paint. So I need to go over all these hoses and all that with plastic, the cables that I don't want to paint, and yeah, it's a lot of little places where I want to put that paint so it doesn't rust. These things are, I mean, the Delicas are cool and all that, but they're not well built for lasting a long time. I mean, look at this. It's like open up here, so like water will go in and will stay there. Same here. The welds down here are boxed, so there's a box here, a cavity where water can get in, and that's what they rust all down here. So I want to do some preventing stuff, you know. So I think I'm going to blow it with air first because it's way too much sand, and then I will start covering stuff and so on, and I'm going to, you know, paint the starter and what is it called, the AC compressor and all that. But today, I'm going to go do that later. Today is the rust proofing day, and so yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And the other project, because I bought all that paint, is I have here my bus that I will do some videos of the bus in a different video select series. I bought this bus, I don't know, 6 years ago, I think. I took all the seats out and I bought a brand new AC that never run, and it has been sitting there for like 3 years. So I did the floor conversion. So I'm doing basically an RV conversion. It's a 6.5 diesel Detroit diesel engine, which I think is pretty damn good. A lot of people hate them, but that's because they don't know much about them. But that paint there, that paint has been there for 2 years, 5,000 kilometers in it, driven, you know, 120k an hour or whatever for like 10 hours. And this is Tremclad, a $50 paint. Is actually pretty damn good. Very thick too. So I'm going to, that was rolled. I use a roller for that, and you know, the finish is pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm going to paint the same paint, but on the undercoat. I'm going to spray it though with a sprayer that I have. So I'm going to use a sprayer for that. So I already use a needle scaler on this bus to get all the rust. I need to do a little bit more, and then that would be it. But so I'm going to use the same paint for painting both, so I have to prepare them today. So that's it. Okay, see you guys later.